Nosy Neighbors fans, it is Jessica Carden with Murdoch Manwaring Company, a real estate group, your nosy neighbors. Thanks for joining us today on this Veterans Day. I picked my most patriotic outfit to wear today because we are so proud to be doing a video on Veterans Day. And we just want to honor and thank all of our veterans who have served us and given us our freedoms. And thank you so much for your service and your time and all of those things. All right. Today, here on Nosy Neighbors, we are on 17th Street, right behind our favorite Paramount Theater, right off 17th Street. We are at 2048 East 17th Street, Suite D, and we are visiting the Eastern Idaho Home Builders Association. So this is a hot topic right now. As you know, we're in real estate, and right now, a lot of people have questions about new construction and building and all those things. We thought we'd just go right to the source and talk to the Builders Association. By the way, if you love local businesses like we do, like the Builders Association, please take a moment, share this video. I'm going to do it right here, right now. Let's go like this. Share this video out so that we can get more exposure and more excitement for all of our local businesses. Go back and check out some of our other businesses. Right, post, share. Check out some of our other local businesses and utilize them as we're coming up on the holiday season. Man, I know you'd prefer to shop local and service and supply and support all of our local business owners that live here and work here. So check out some of the previous videos. And if you love real estate, like we do, because we're a real estate team, head over to the Murdoch Manwaring Company page, like and follow there. We've got our stats video coming up this next week that's going to talk about a market, which has been a really hot topic this year. So we'd love to have you there. And if you're looking to sell your home or buy your home, it's a great time. Buy your first investment property while interest rates are low. We'd love to talk to you about that. All right, we are at Eastern Idaho Home Builders. Now, if you're wondering, what do you know as the public about East Idaho Home Builders? Well, these are the things that you might recognize. They do the Parade of Homes. As you know, the Nosy Neighbors love the Parade of Homes. It's one of our favorite things in the entire year. So they do the Parade of Homes. Also, we're going to talk to them about what other things they offer, what events they do. But if you're going to build a home, how do you pick a good contractor, a good builder? What can you ask? How do you know those things? These are things that they can help with. And we'll just get some questions answered with a few of the people that are the key players in the Home Builders Association. All right, let's go in and check it out. Wow, this isn't staged at all. How are you guys?
Definitely it is not.
Not staged. This is where I hang out every morning. So we want to know if we can ask some questions about the Home Builders Association.
Of course.
Does that sound good?
All
right. Tell us who you are. I'm going to go this way so Tommy can look.
I'm Sandra Petrovic, and I'm the Executive Officer of the Eastern Idaho Home Builders Association.
And an Idaho native.
Yes.
Just kidding. That's a joke. I'm funny if you don't know. Fantastic. You guys.
I'm the Idaho native.
There it is.
Born and
That's
raised.
right.
Brett Skidmore with Skidmore Incorporated.
Perfect. And you are a
Senior Life Director.
Senior Life Director. Fantastic.
Hello, I'm Todd Webb, current president of the association.
Awesome. So you guys, what is the Home Builders Association? What do you guys do?
So we were established in 1974. We're a nonprofit organization, and we do member-based programs that help our members with networking, business opportunities. We're in connection with government relations, with community and organizations. And our members have the variety of choices to be involved in all of our events that we have, in Parade of Homes, in committee meetings that we have. And so basically we're here to promote and help building industry.
So in this, so we think about this, who are the members? So when you say members, who are they?
So our members are anyone that is involved with building industry. So it's builders, general contractors, developers. We also have financial institutions. We have architects, plumbers, electricians. So anybody that's involved or it's in direct correlation with building industry can be a member.
Fantastic. So as we look at this, as you guys are local, both local builders, right?
Yes, we
So
are.
as a part of this, what made you join this association, or why would it be important to be a part of this?
Cool. I'll let you take that
I've
one.
actually been president of the Eastern Idaho Home Builders Association for 4 different terms. And actually it just came down to there's no one else to run. So here I am again. But one of the one of the major things about our local association is the camaraderie that we have amongst not just competitors, but we become friends through the association. And I can call Todd and say, hey Todd, I got a problem. What's your opinion? How should we handle this? He's done the same. I've had other contractors call me. I've reached out to other contractors. And so really it's just a community of everybody that is in the building industry.
So can anybody be a member? How does it work if you wanted to join?
Well, sorry, I want to finish a little bit on that one.
Absolutely.
Because I built for a long time, and I didn't join the association for a while, and I was trying to figure out, why would you ever do it? But since I have joined, it has really changed a lot in my business. It's changed a lot in my life, and it has increased what I have and how I'm able to do it. I became great friends with a lot of other contractors, and one of the things I did learn, I'm not alone. I felt like I was the only one struggling with this or that. And since I've been here, I understand that everybody struggles, and it's an opportunity for us to visit. Sometimes we can help each other and overcome our struggles that we've had. So it's been awesome to have good friends that are other contractors. So they can be some of our better friends because we're like-minded.
That's right.
So
you're all in the
awesome.
same boat.
Yeah, it is awesome, and we can help and encourage each other, and it makes our association better, and it makes us better as builders as well. So your other question
Yes.
was, remind
I
me.
don't know. I don't remember the
Because
questions.
I forget things a lot.
I've been
Sorry
so
about
enveloped in what you're saying. I think I was saying as the members who, why do you join? I don't know what the next. I have 30 more questions in my mind already, so I've already moved on past that.
Oh,
as we
great.
think about you guys joining, you said, does a builder have to be? You said you weren't a member. So as a builder or a contractor, you don't have to be a member of the association. What would be the benefit of using someone who is a member of the association versus maybe someone who isn't?
As far as a contractor.
Right, contractor, builder. That's my next question. I'll keep my finger up until I can ask that question.
There is a application process, and we do make sure that they have their registration license, which is a must in Idaho. We wish that there's a certain amount of builders that wish we could more enforce that. City of Idaho Falls has a proper license, not just a registration. When you become a member of Eastern Idaho, you also become a member of Idaho's Home Builders Contractors Association, which I was president in 2020. And you also become a member of the National Association of Home Builders. And so there is a huge outsource of information that comes from all three associations, not just Idaho Falls, not just the state, but also nationwide.
So they get a little education, they're getting a little more experience, a little more resources as they're looking at that.
Yeah, there's benefits.
Yeah.
Being National Home Builders Association, they have some perks for us. But then we also have, we get statistics, we get data that's nationwide so that we understand what's happening in our area. We can get, permit information, so we can plan our businesses of how we should be able to, how many houses we could put out there, or different information like that comes through there. We have economic reports, forecasting. So that stuff's a lot. And we also get a lot of legislative. National is fighting a lot of battles for us. The CEO is pushing right now with the new president, and pushing on them a lot because our numbers are high. Because lumber went up, everything went up. Our lumber has finally started to come down, but now we have plumbing, copper, all these different facets, vinyl siding. Anything that's in our building industry is increasing. And that's what that association is doing is we're supporting national and our state really helped a ton when COVID came out. So there's a lot of benefits to being in the association, and what we can do, things like that.
Todd hit a little bit about the legislative. The state of Idaho Home Builders has a on-staff lobbyist, and so when we're in session from January to April or whenever they end, he's actually on the floor reporting back to us on a weekly phone call if there's something hot topics that's affecting our industry. He puts out a mass email, and then also, like Todd mentioned, at the national level, the lobbyist there is constantly battling for, how to improve our business.
And that really impacts the public a lot. Is if there's not builders watching what's happening, there could be legislation that happens that trickles all the way down and affects someone buying a home and building a home, which is
and the prices of the
super
homes.
important.
It
Super
is very.
important.
Yeah.
So in that, as you mentioned, that leads us back to this past year. It's been a lot of, holy cow, a lot of things happen with COVID and pricing and all of those kind of things. What are you seeing? Is new construction still just hopping? Did it take a turn because of the supply chain or the prices? How did that go?
Well, my phones went dead for about a week and a half.
So you got a little break.
And let's all be fair to the situation. It was a scary time for everybody.
Sure.
About a week and a half, my phone started ringing. I'm also a developer. I sold out of a division that I had, which is fantastic, but it also put me out of the marketplace. And the construction industry nationwide has just exploded.
Yeah.
I'm not going to get these statistics right, but Coeur d'Alene, Meridian, and Boise are in the top 5 of the nation's hot spots for moving tos. And so the construction has boomed, but we've also got a problem with the increase of lumber. For instance, OSB, which is wall sheathing, we were paying around $15 and it jumped up to
55, 60, something.
Almost overnight, and that was a sticker shock for a lot of contractors. Supply chains has been an absolute nightmare. If you can believe, we are out like 16 weeks on garage doors. We are out
Windows.
like 12 weeks out on windows.
Wow.
Plumbing fixtures. So when I sign a contract with the client,
We're ordering everything.
we're ordering everything now. We're ordering garage doors, we're ordering windows, we're ordering appliances. I've got people living in houses that still don't have
I
appliances.
heard that. Is the appliances got so hard. Yeah.
And so the supply chain and the ability to produce, manufacture these items has caused a real problem in our industry.
Is there a reason? That's what everyone asks us. Why did lumber's prices change so fast? What is this opinion, or is there any fact out there?
Supply and demand.
So just all of a sudden, overnight, everybody wanted to build a house, and so OSB changed?
COVID changed I think it changed our economics.
Wow.
Because people lived in big cities and they needed to be there to get to their job. When this happened, a lot of people decided they can go anywhere with their computer and they're still doing their job the way they're supposed to.
Yeah.
And so now I couldn't even go camping because they'd go park out with their camper and they didn't leave all summer.
Right.
So that's kind of a shift in our in our area, and that's what's happening is now a lot of areas that have been quieter are going to get a little busier.
Yeah.
And so it's kind of frustrating for those that live there, but it's great to have the growth.
Yeah.
It's great to bring in this new stores, new foods, lots of cool things that we don't have that we're going to get. So.
So
That's
in
awesome.
that, let's kind of talk about how that development and how that new construction is going. Have we seen an increase in development? Because that was for a while also what we saw as realtors. We got everyone was a kind of like a land grab, wasn't it? All of a sudden, is that coming? Can we expect to see more lots and more more of that available here coming up? Is that down the road?
There are subdivisions throughout the valley that are coming online.
So they are moving that forward. Was there a push?
There's new subdivisions. There's existing subdivisions that are expanding. The problem is it takes around a year to get from, okay, let's start to do a division to actually having it signed off.
Makes sense.
And so I think you're going to start seeing a lot of new earthwork for different subdivisions coming online shortly.
So that leads right to up you guys' alley. Now people are like, okay, we've got lots. Let's build. Hooray! That's my favorite thing. Is when everybody comes in and they're like, oh, there's not very much inventory. Let's just build a house. And I'm like, I don't know if, when you say let's just build a house, that is not how this works, right? It is a huge process, and it's taking longer.
It is.
So what are they, how, I know every builder is probably going to be different. What should someone think when they say, I'm going to build a house? What's a realistic time in their mind?
Well, remember, before COVID hit, we were pretty much at max of what we're building.
Oh.
So we were building as fast as we could go, and we were all increasing. Things were getting better in this area, and so it was awesome.
Yeah.
Well, after COVID happened, permits, I believe, I can't remember if it was City of Idaho Falls or Bonneville, they've been running about 300, 350 permits every year. Now we're over 6.
Wow.
So we just doubled everything. So now...
And then had supply chain issues.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, right?
And staff.
So
yes.
it's no wonder why we're having a struggle.
Yeah.
We've lost a lot of employees. We've lost a lot of things just because of what's happened and what's happening. And so it's going to take us a little while. When the hail damage came through, no one could get a sider or a roofer.
Right.
And it took about 2 to 3 years, and we got a whole lot of new siders and roofers. And so now that's been better all the way around. But now we're into that same situation, but we're talking about across the board everything.
Yeah.
So it's going to take us a little while to catch up and to be able to move forward. So
I don't know what Todd's process is, but I'm positive it's similar as
in
mine.
the toilet.
We have purchase of the property, right? We have design of the house. Some builders have A, B, C, D plans.
Right.
Most of our plans are custom design. So we have 2 months of designing. Then we have to get engineering. Engineering, if we put them in the loop while we're starting to design, then it's usually about the right time. But if you picked up the phone, they're going to tell you they're 4 to 6 weeks out right now. Yeah. And so we try to overlap our designing with their queue. After we get the engineering done, then we need to go to pricing. And pricing, because everybody's so busy, it's not, here's a bid, sit down and do it. They have to find time to do it. That can take a week to 2 weeks to get back from your suppliers and your subs. And then we need another week to put a final number together. So just from purchase of land to permits, we're probably somewhere around 3 months if you're doing a full new
full
design,
custom build.
Design.
And you're saying that's the stuff that's just to get to, now you're starting to get an idea of price.
That's right.
I think a lot of people don't realize that. You don't get to walk in and say, I'm going to lock in my price today.
But your loans are also going to be the same way. I think loans are anywhere from 60 to 90 days to get a loan.
Gotcha.
So, I mean, don't expect to call a contractor and say, hey, we want to get on and get going. Very few should be able or can be able to do that.
Yeah.
So.
And it depending on the house. I'm telling people that we're a year after we start turning dirt.
That's kind of what I've heard a little bit of. Yeah.
And that can vary from size of house. The smaller houses are probably going to take a little less. The larger houses are going to probably take a little longer.
Makes sense. So if someone's looking at this, say, be prepared mentally. Of course, everything's going to be determined on that situation. But you're talking from the time you say, let's get going, you should plan. You're not getting in that house before a year and a half, probably.
You're on cue there.
Right? Of course, that isn't specifics. Don't quote me, but that's a ballpark. Yeah.
But be patient,
right.
Because just as frustrating as it is for a homeowner, the builders are just as frustrated.
Right.
We've gone from being able to say, hey guys, let's go do this, get this done, move to this, go to that, go to this, to, hey, will you show up this week, please?
Yeah.
and it's something that I've never had to ask. And so it is frustrating. We're looking for new subcontractors, and we're digging through a small pool.
Yeah.
So this is one of the most frustrating times I've ever built in.
So this
And-
is a time, if you want to build, it is a time of learning patience.
Yes, and it is learning
Patience and working.
The contractor's learning patience too,
Yes.
not just the homeowner.
Right? it is very frustrating.
Yeah.
And so just be patient, and I have lots of my neighbor, we moved in 5 months ago, or in May, and they're waiting on a cabinet to finish their cabinets and a cider on the outside, and their house has been ready for a really long time.
Yeah.
And
Wow.
so it's across the board.
Yeah.
For most of the contractors. So
that leads me into what a lot of people might also think about. And as I think about the association, what that offers, if someone says, okay, I've decided and committed to building, how do you know that contractor, there's a lot of new contractors in town. Number one, what's the difference between a contractor and a builder? Should I be saying builder or contractor? Or are they interchangeable? Is it not? What's the verbiage I should use
When you
here?
say contractor, I consider like a general contractor, a GC. So a GC can do just about everything. So Skidmore has a commercial side of our company. We have a home builder side of our company. So if you say contractor, that's kind of what goes to my head. Home building can go from the reproduction builders up to the high-end.
Full custom.
Full
So
custom.
builder and contractor, same or not same?
Realtor or realtor.
Oh, now he's hurting my heart. Oh, okay, got it. Perfect.
It's a generic term.
Perfect. Okay.
Right.
So I can say builder, and we get that idea. So in so how, if they're going to pick a builder / contractor to build, and we're not in this industry all the time. How do they decide that? What are the advice to say? Because nothing's worse than getting someone that doesn't deliver or doesn't do a good job. How would they determine that? How would the general public? What are some steps that you guys, as the association, would suggest for Joe Public when determining who to use to build?
So a good thing that they can do is it's always references. I've been told it's best to get 3 contractors, get 3 different bids, but in this time, you're not going to get me.
I was
going to
say that. I would say, wait a minute, didn't we get to 3 months before we had a bid?
Right. It does take a long time, and we are putting a lot of time and stuff into it. But really, homeowners, it's their due diligence to go and do some references, find out some past homes that the builder they're talking to talk to their homeowners and see how it went with them. You also need to be comfortable with your builder. Not everybody likes me. I'm pretty laid back. Some people want somebody to be a little more here or there, and so our personalities sometimes have to fit. And so that's part of your interview with the builder. And then once you are done, you're spending your money. Whether it's coming from a bank or whether it's coming from your pocket, it's part of your job to make sure that you're getting the things on your house done rather than just signing off and saying, oh yeah, my contractor knows what he's doing and he's getting it done.
You've got to be involved.
Yeah, if they're drawing all your framing and you have a foundation, then I would start getting leery. If they start ordering materials or things that aren't showing up on your job, it's starting to be red flags, and you need to make sure that your stuff is there. And so there is homeowners' jobs there that they need to keep an eye on, but they also need to visit with their builder, find out what's going on, and keep up with what's happening in their house, and be patient.
So if they call the Builders Association, because you said that there's a little like a application process, is that a good place to start?
That's a real good
To
place
get
start.
that list of
Sandra can give the potential client
these are the members.
27, how many?
So we have our website, and it's eastidahobuilders.com. We have a directory with all of our builders and contractors and our members, and they can go and look at that list and choose which builder or contractor they would like to do. And then they can do their own homework, call each one, interview, and do the footwork and the homework and decide which one they would like to have come out or have the bids or pursue with. But also when somebody, when the member decides they want to sign up with us, also on the East Idaho Builders.com, we have a Join Now tab, which if they go to that tab, and that link will take them and they can sign up as a builder or associate. So we have 2 different membership that they can choose if they're a builder contractor or if they're associate with something that is, it can be a plumber or it can be banks or the escrow or realtor or any businesses like that. And once they sign up, then we would, our board would approve them and follow different steps for them to become a member.
I love that because that's sometimes the biggest problem with the public is I don't know where to begin, and so maybe you pick something and you look at that and take a look. And I would say, just this is now my opinion piece. You've got to really know if you're looking at someone and you're just picking off the cuff. Our family has a motto, and it says, "You get what you get, so don't throw a fit." Right. But that idea is there's a lot of new contractors, a lot of new builders here recently, and that doesn't just being new doesn't mean they're not great. It just means you want to do your due diligence. I encourage you to look at reviews online. That is a helpful thing.
I would agree with that.
Yeah. Now be careful. You got to follow the common thread, not just a one-off.
My opinion
Google
about those
reviews,
that post reviews are disgruntled for whatever reason. I mean, go pull up any restaurant, and you'll see 3 or 4, this is a horrible place, and 1 good. So be cautious, about your reviews. You can also check to see if they're a member of the Chamber of Commerce.
Good idea.
And one thing that Todd didn't mention is that he is currently sitting on the Contractor Registration Board. And so if one of my clients has a complaint about me, they can go file it with the State Registration Board. And I don't believe he's reviewed any of mine, but so that's another good resource to see. But again, you also have to remember it's kind of like a review.
It is.
The dishwasher didn't come in time, and I didn't get it there. I made all the promises in the world, and we have a disgruntled customer. So.
I always say with reviews, you watch for common themes. If you have the same complaint coming out over and over again, but if it's a one complaint of this happened, you'll go, okay. You know, look at Amazon. You got all of those reviews, and you got to watch. There's always 1 stars and 5 stars, but look for common themes on that. Now, what about time frame? This is another thing. If a builder can start immediately, would you say that's a red flag?
I'm pretty busy right now. If you ask
that's
me
very diplomatic, Todd.
If you ask me to build a house for you right now, I'm probably out into midsummer before I can even start another house.
Gotcha.
I don't know where Brett is. I've heard from a lot of other builders, and they're good quality builders. They're quite a ways out. It is frustrating to wait and to do different things, but I visited with the banker the other day, and he was like, I have got a lot of people that have never built, but I think I know how to do it, and we're just not going to lend money to them, but they just want to go build a spec so that they can make money. So do some checking, because when I started, it was rough. I didn't know how to bid. I didn't know how to make everything work right, and my homeowners weren't happy with me because either I underbid it, so I had to work really hard to get subs under, and then I couldn't give the things what I do now, or it was just frustrating on their end and mine, and it took a lot longer to build their house because subcontractors don't want to work for a cheaper price if they have to.
That makes a
So-
perfect sense of the idea. Another positive of an experienced builder is the relationships they bring to the table
Yeah.
with everyone else that has to work on that house. Somebody new may not have those relationships, or someone who doesn't have a good reputation will have a hard time, and that immediately affects your building. Am I right?
Right, and I've also had opportunities where people have bid against me, and they're several, like $100,000 cheaper, and it is a red
you better
flag.
be worried about
Red
that one.
flag. Yep.
So yeah, you just gotta pay attention, especially within 2 to 3 builders. They're going to be within 10%. There's a little range right there, but if somebody's dropping $100,000, I know the 2 houses that they did that to, they came in over my original budget when we were done. So
We hear that a lot. It's easy to bid and get the customer under at the beginning, but no, cost is cost.
did you
And-
want base in your house?
Did you want to have flooring? A roof? What? Well, I needed to add that in. Yeah, that's probably also a really good indicator. A really low bid to get the job
Makes you nervous.
makes you nervous. Should make it a bit. Now, again, I'm not saying always general. These are just good red flags.
Yep.
As you were looking at, am I right? Because
That's right.
that's with the lack of inventory. A lot of people are considering that build, and so this is probably a really good idea. So, can I take a turn? Can we talk about my favorite thing? Parade of Homes.
Oh,
It's our time. We never get to see you guys' amazing custom builds that, but that is our time to get to be the nosy neighbor in your amazing houses.
I know. I'm chairman this year.
Oh
so
my goodness.
if
So
you
Parade of
need-
Homes is coming up again. It always happens in the fall.
Yes.
Always in
Always in the
September.
fall.
Always the
September.
second and third week of September.
So in this past year with COVID was a little bit harder, right? Because you guys were at the supply and get it done.
Yeah.
Are we planning for a rockin' Parade of Homes 2022?
We're planning on it.
Yeah.
We are.
We're going with having a Parade of Homes 2022. And we are expecting to have homes. We already have builders that have started their
Well,
homes.
but shouldn't we have to start a house at this
Yes,
point? Now I'm
we are.
learning as we log to this video. Houses should be under construction at this
Since
point
of
to get
the
ready.
shortages of supply, they have already started homes and ordered all the supplies that they are able to do for next year. So
Okay, I have a question.
Yes.
This is one thing everybody asks. How does a home get in Parade of Homes? Do you guys pick who goes in? Do you pick to be in Parade of Homes before you can construction? How does that work? These amazing houses we get to see in Parade of Homes.
So first, to be in the parade as a builder, you need to be a member of our association. That is the first step. And then obviously it's a licensed builder that would have a new home that would be ready for the second week of September. And that's how you get into the Parade of Homes.
Okay, builders, how do you pick the house? I mean, because I've been into your houses and they are unbelievable. So how do you pick which one does, or do you plan this will be a Parade of Homes home?
I plan.
When the Parade of Homes got started this year, so the second week of September, our staff was talking about what 2022 was going to be. Unfortunately, my house hasn't started yet, so it's
he
going to
always
be
gets in
it'll be
time.
an anthill again, just like the last
I always
18
love
years.
the final push of Skidmore
Oh, yeah.
because you think, how is it? And then, there it is.
Yeah, I know.
I haven't failed yet,
I thought we did knock on wood.
Genie.
Where's the wood?
but
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
we plan a year in advance.
So are your
Well,
Parade of
over a
Homes
year.
generally are they custom build, or are you guys generally building specs? Like I think about it, if you're building now a custom home, because I know the amazing Julie Inglesey had hers in.
Yeah.
Did she know she was going to be Parade of Homes, or you guys ask,
I
can we
asked
put
her.
this? Okay, because
And
it was final
Mike and
too.
Julie graciously said yes. And
You graciously, we saw your house a couple years ago, which was phenomenal, right?
Thank you.
Okay, so I wonder about that is, can you go to you guys and say, hey, I want a Parade of Homes. Is there any benefit to them? Or,
So we've had people come to me and say, will you build my house and put it in the parade?
Oh.
There are some discounts that we'll get from the suppliers. Some
advertising type of opportunity makes sense.
Because they get to advertise
Yeah.
on the parade. So there are some of that benefit, but most times I try to plan a house. I'm trying to get 2 in. So as long as things work well this year, we can get those knocked out and get them in.
Yeah.
But yeah, we do plan early, and a lot of people ask us if they want to be in there.
Yeah.
We're willing to put them in. It's just, there is some benefit to it, and
Yeah.
sometimes they get some better stuff for less pricing.
Do they get to live in there while the parade, or are they generally not there? Like,
They leave while the parade is going on.
they do. So
for
they're
the
not
2
like
weeks.
living in the house, because that might be the drawback, right? You get to be in the parade, but you're out of your house for a couple weeks.
Exactly.
Sometimes there have been homeowners that have been there, and some of their clothes are there.
Mm-hmm.
So sometimes we'll block them off from a closet
Mm-hmm.
or a certain area because, we don't want them sifted through.
Makes sense.
But for the most part,
If it's
they
a
can.
custom home for me, I always advise my homeowner to come in small increments. Everybody has their own opinion, right? Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately. I mean, what?
When a person comes and does a custom home build, it's their dream home.
Yeah.
And so they're excited. They want to hear everybody's comments. And so I always suggest, come in little spurts. Don't hang around all day. You got to remember, everybody has their own opinion.
That's true.
And Mike and Julie did a couple things that I don't like. And I'm sure there's a couple things in my house they don't like. And it's just opinions. And
Yeah.
so
That would be a little hard
when
for
the
your
ho-
heart and soul to be out
when the
there.
homeowner hears, oh, why did they do that? And I did watch my mouth in that sentence, by the way.
Hey, there,
just
well
so you
done,
know.
well done. He can be taught, you guys.
Then the homeowner's just going, oh, did I screw up? Did I? And so, I always advise them, just come, enjoy,
Yeah.
have a cookie, sit and relax for a few minutes, and then leave.
Yeah. Well, and you guys, probably a little hard for you guys. You're there all day, and I mean, some of these are your babies, right? You put a lot of heart and soul into those guys, and to have all of us all wander through and casually throw our opinions on the table, probably a little hard. Makes sense. Yeah.
So I like to also add on Parade of Homes that there is a price to go in each parade, and it's $15. And so I just want to say that this money goes to the association. We're a nonprofit. It does not go to the builders, which some public has thought that the builders get this money, and they don't.
Interesting.
It goes to us. This is one of our biggest fundraisers, and it keeps us going throughout the year and pays our bills and does all of the events for our members. And also I want to mention that we have the kickoff parade, kickoff that is in March. We have the banquet, Parade of Homes banquet, which is in August. And we have various events that our members can be involved, which is golf tournament. We just had our banquet last week, which was the silent and live auction. And we have our installation dinner. So there's various events that our members can be part of and have networking opportunities and get their business out there. So
Super smart.
One of
Thank
the
you.
cool things that we would really love to get out there is the builders have kind of got a bad rap, and nobody's wanted to come in and work in the industry because it's hard to work. It is hard work. It's working in the winter, it's working in the summer, it's working in the rain. So there's some cool things. So we do construction combine where we're bringing some of the youth out, and we build sheds, and those get donated to the veterans. We have helped build beds because not every child in Idaho needs to sleep on the floor. So we've tried to help make beds to get them in.
we have a scholarship that we have donated to our membership, to our membership employees and the companies, and we also have a chapter at BYU Idaho. Last year we gave out $12,000 towards our scholarship, which was this year. This year we're having a committee get together so that we can allocate money for next year. On a construction combine, we work with Home Depot and the Eastern Idaho College, and we have around 50 kids from high schools, college, and some of all the districts here, Madison County, Jefferson County, that we have kids come over, and our contractors, our builders, and as subcontractors help kids build the first aid, they have stations where they learn how to build and learn each trade. But then the second aid, they do the sheds for the veterans, and those sheds are donated to a veteran.
How does someone get involved in that? How would if someone's interested, how do they get involved in being part of that?
So we have, it's usually in April. We do have our events calendar on our website, and we have 3 social media pages. We have our Facebook page with East Idaho Home Builders. We have Parade of Homes, Idaho Falls, and our Instagram page. And we're pretty good in updating all the events that are coming up. We do have our districts, the school districts also involved. So,
do they have to pay to be a part of it, or do they have to sign up? Can any kid that is interested be a part of that?
It's free.
Yeah.
Very cool.
It is free to them, and if they sign up, they will get tools that they're being all donated. We donate the time and our resources also to that as Home Depot and the College of Eastern
Very
Idaho.
cool.
So it's an amazing event. The local kids learn to trade.
Hey, watch below on this link. I'll go back and I'll put a link to that on there because that is
We'll
very
have you
cool.
back for that next
Oh,
year.
and we'll come back. That's a great idea.
And that's one of the cool things is being a builder, being a subcontractor, working in the building industry is a great career.
Yeah.
So it's been, I feel like we've been beat on being low wages and this and the other, and it's not. There's a lot of good wages. You can do really well and have a great family, a great life, and work in construction. It's always very rewarding to build something and be able to step back and be like, I did that.
Yeah.
So
well, it's a craft and an art.
It is.
That's
really
one of the things that we try to teach the kids at the construction combine is, not everybody does a 4 or 8 year college, and they struggle with how to make a living. And because of the staff shortage and supply shortage and subcontractor shortage, there's more to life than a 4 or 8 year college.
Well, you can probably, if you're in the construction industry, trades industry, you could probably work anywhere you wanted.
Yes.
It's not like you could be anywhere you wanted and do that. I think that's a phenomenal thing that I think sometimes kids maybe don't. So what a cool thing.
Yep.
You guys, awesome. All right, did we miss anything? Did I miss asking any questions? This has been so informative.
It's been awesome. Thank
Awesome. You
for
guys
doing
are
it.
awesome.
It's a
I'm
great
excited to come
thing.
back and see the combine. I'm going to get some pictures. And of course, I count the days to Parade of Homes because it's
All
my
right.
favorite. You'd think I'd look at enough houses as a real estate agent that I would get over it. No, these are my favorite. So thanks, you guys, so much. Appreciate it. And by the way, you guys, if you have any questions, head over to their website. I will link below. Their page is in the link below. Check it out. See all the cool things going on. Yep. Get excited for Parade Homes. Get excited about the new construction that's coming. And call these guys. I'm pretty sure they'd answered some good questions if you had any questions. And we'll probably put links right into their pages right below. All right, thanks, you guys.
Thank you.
You're awesome. All right,
you.
this has been Jessica Carden with Murdoch Manwaring Company, Real Estate Group, your nosy neighbors, keeping you in the know.
In the know.
Let's do it again.
Let's do it again. All right, well, you guys, this is like a cheer. Sandy, you and I will do it. So nosy neighbors, keeping you
In the know.